The next unit that we're starting is on polynomials, and so today you will be taking notes on how to identify polynomials. So your first polynomial is a monomial, and this is an expression consisting of a number variable or product of numbers and variables that have whole number exponents. And when I say whole number exponents, that means no negatives. Okay, so let's look at some examples of what monomials look like. This could just be a number like 4. It could be a variable like c. It could be something like negative 2xy. It could be 0.25x to the third. Or it could even be xy over 4. Those are all versions of monomials. Now something that's not a monomial, 4 plus x. That's 2 terms. That's a binomial. We already talked about that earlier in the year. Okay. Here's another binomial. That's x minus 1. And this one, 0.7x to the negative 2. Remember, you can't have negative exponents. And this one, actually that should be x to the third. I haven't taught you this yet, but if there's an exponent on the bottom, that's technically a negative exponent. Okay, so if you see an exponent on the bottom, it's not a monomial. I think we're good with examples. Now let's see what a polynomial is. Okay, so a polynomial can be a monomial or the sum of monomials. So it could have just one term like up here, or it could have many of these. It could be 4 plus c minus 2xy plus 0.25x to the third minus xy over 4. That could be one whole polynomial. Okay, so they can be either one or a bunch of them, and polynomials are classified by the number of terms they contain, or number of terms they have. So a binomial has 2 terms, and you should know that by now. An example of a binomial would be 3x squared minus 4x squared y to the 9th. Okay, that's a binomial. Here's one term, here's another term. Trinomial, hopefully you know what tri means. That means 3, so it has 3 terms. And an example of this would be, this is a more common trinomial. You'll actually be factoring these after break. It'll be 4x squared minus 2x plus 1. Polynomials are also classified by their degree. The degree of a polynomial is the greatest value among the sums of the exponents on the variables in each term. And yes, I am going to show you an example of what this actually means. Go ahead and pause this so you can write down all of this lovely stuff. Okay, it says right here, to find the degree, add the exponents for each term, and highest wins. So let's look at this example. We're going to do 8xy squared minus 5x cubed y cubed z. Says to find the degree, add the exponents for each term. So looking at this one right here, I have an exponent here, and there's a hidden exponent right there. If there's not an exponent with a variable, you can assume that it's 1. So for our exponents here, we have 1 plus 2. The 8 does not have an exponent with it, only variables do. So 1 plus 2 is 3. And so like I said, highest wins, so let's add them up for the second one and see if it's higher than 3. Obviously it's going to be higher than 3 since this right here is 6. But let's add 3 plus 3, and there's nothing there, so that's a 1. So 3 plus 3 plus 1 is 7. So this one wins. That means that's our degree for this polynomial. So for your answer, it's going to be a 7th degree, and this has 2 terms, so it's a binomial. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too bad. If you flip over to the back, we have 5 examples to do together, and then you can do your assignment. So let me go ahead and get rid of this. Okay, number 1. It says classify each polynomial by its degree and number of terms. So we've already done this before. We just did it. So right here, the only exponent is a 2. And over here, I have a 3 and a 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. This one wins. So this is a 6th degree. How many terms are there? 1, 2. So it's a binomial. And just so you know, if there's more than 3 terms like down here, it's just a polynomial. We don't have special words for after 3. So, because I think you will see that on your assignment later on. Go ahead and pause this and try number 2 all on your own. See if you can get it. Okay. This one doesn't really count because that's not a variable. 3 squared is just 9, so that doesn't really count. Let's look at this one. This is a 3, and this right here doesn't have anything, so it's a 1. 3 is bigger, so this is a 3rd degree. And how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, so it's a trinomial. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit to it. Down here it says write each polynomial in standard form, then classify by degree and number of terms. So, standard form is where you have the highest degree is first. Then it goes in decreasing order. Okay, so for number 3, first thing we need to do is find the degree for each term. So here I have a 1 and a 2, so this is 3. For this one, I have a 2 and a 2. This is 4. And over here, this is just a 1 and a 1. So that's 2. So this one needs to go first. So this is going to be 3x squared, y squared. Then we go to the 3rd degree one. So plus 3x y squared. Then the last one, plus 5xy. We're not done because we still need to classify it. So this is, the highest degree is 4, so this is a 4th degree 1, 2, 3 terms, so it's a trinomial. Okay, let's look at number 4. You can go ahead and pause this if you want to, or try this one with me. For sure you need to pause it for number 5 and try it. Okay, this one just has 1. This has 3. That's a 0, because it's just a number. And this has 2. So this one needs to go first. So that's negative 4x cubed, then 2, so minus 2x squared. 1 is plus 20x, and that's plus 20x. If there's no sign in front of it, just assume that it's positive. And then don't forget the plus 1 at the end. The highest degree was 3, so it's a third degree. How many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's over 3, so it's just called a polynomial. Okay, last one. This is 5, this is 8, and this is 1. So the 8 will go first, so that's negative 3y to the 8th plus 18y to the 5th plus 10y. And my highest degree is 8, so that's an 8th degree. 1, 2, 3, that's a trinomial. Okay, hopefully the notes today weren't all that bad. What you need to do now is to do your assignment that's attached